It's go time. Woo! The hype continues. Day 2 of the Avionte Connect Tailgate. G Money, what is up?
Woo!
We are here.
We are here. It's day 2, and guess what? We have Tom.
The famous.
Come on, Tom. The famous. The
Thomas Erb. And before we even start, G, look who's screaming behind me. This crowd from last year is saying, Tom, Tom, Tom. They're screaming his name. Mr. Erb, when are you getting on the stage? So here he is, the one and only Tom Erb. What's up, brother?
Not much. Good to see you, Shark. Genevieve, nice to meet you.
Yes.
I feel like we've got the dichotomy of names here. You've got the fancy long name, and I've got the 6-letter name here. So and then we got the Shark over here.
Yeah, you can call me either Lady G Money, whatever. Anything goes. I answer to pretty much anything these days.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, before we even start, I got to say, Tom, seriously, how many years have you been to Connect? Because I'm going to tell you, G Money, I think he's the longest standing person. I mean, were you there during the initial one?
I wasn't at the very first one, but I was. I went back and looked, and I think the first one I was at was in 2012, and there were like 75 people there, and I still remember that. They asked me to speak, and I spoke for I think 7 minutes. My session was 7 minutes long, and
7 minutes. Can you rephrase what you spoke about for 7 minutes? I mean, what did you?
It was about sales performance. I remember. Wow. It was We had a total of 15 minutes, but it was split between me and Jason Ortner with Avionte.
So over the years, I got to ask you, man. I mean, you figure you've been there, what you said, 12, 13 years or whatever like that. Just explain to everybody the development.
But yeah.
Just tell everybody about the development from when you went to the first one till now.
Yeah, I mean the first one that I went to, which I think may have been like the second or third year of it, it was small. There were like 75 people there. We were in a small ballroom for pretty much the whole event, if I remember right. And it was a fun event, but it's just grown exponentially over the years, and it's quite the event now. I think that, I'm not sure the exact number, but I think there's going to be over 600 total people there, 700 people.
It's almost like a mini staff. I mean, it's like competes with some of these big staffing conferences now. I mean, it's up there, Tom.
Yeah, it's probably, I would say at this point, it's in the top 5 or 6 probably of all the staffing conferences. So yeah, it's developed quite a bit.
And it's freaking fun. Am I right? I'm going to tell you, G Money, if you can come. She's trying to get a ticket there, Tom, by the way. She's been working with everybody there trying to get this ticket to come. So
okay.
Yes. Yeah, no, I was like, where's my invite? Come on.
It is fun. Yes, it's a fun time. It's a good conference.
So she might show up, Greyhound bus or not. Okay, so let's deep dive into your presentation, because I got to tell you, off stage, I talked to you about it a little bit, man. The name, the title, it's catchy. Let's give a little teaser, Tom, on what you're going to speak about, buddy.
Yeah. So, my title is Less Drama, More Results. And it's really about, it's about performance management, but I like to take a different approach to performance management. It's not just all about top down, just about pushing things down. It certainly is, but it's also about how do we help our team achieve the goals that they need to achieve and achieve the goals that they want to achieve. And if we don't have a level of performance management and accountability, and if we don't show people what the path to success is in their role, then it's very unlikely they'll get there on their own. And so that's what it's talking about. When we put together a program that is accountability, we put the right people into the right positions, we show them how to do it, we guide them, we give them goals, we get less drama and more results. And that's why I titled it what it is. So it's going to be primarily for owners and managers, but certainly producers, if they want to come, they can, but it's going to be a little bit more geared towards managers and owners. But I'm excited to do it. It's a fun topic, and it's extremely important, and it's transformational, really.
Did you see it across the country? I got to ask you, Tom, seriously, because you do a lot of consulting with companies. Is this something you brought this topic up because you see a lot of staffing firms not following this procedure?
Almost all of them. It's there's very very little accountability within our industry. In fact, you can kind of point to the
100%.
ones we all know, the staffing companies that are known for accountability. Well, part of that is because there's not as much accountability in other areas, and accountability is just considered this bad word, but it's not. It's
No.
it's like having a personal trainer that just sits there and go, do whatever you want.
That's actually the best way to put it. I
Wow,
love that
that
analogy.
sounds like me, Tom, right? Just do what you want. Yeah, come on. Practice what you preach.
Yeah, whatever. You're doing good. You
No,
want to do 3 reps? That's fine.
No, but
Tired
it's like
today, if
pushing
I don't feel like
people.
doing much, that's fine. So, yeah. So it's
No,
it's
I
good.
love it though. I love it though. Like that's a great way to go and just like explain it. It's like personal trainer. It's like, yeah, go do your thing.
Well,
Yeah.
But accountability, like I came from a really big staffing firm before, and I gotta tell you, oh, that was a mess because everyone would go past the buck, and there was no real performance management when it comes to that. And so I think that this is a really, really important topic, and I love the title. It's super catchy.
And we think we're doing our employees a favor by not holding them accountable, but what we're really doing is just setting them up to fail.
100%. And
Yeah.
you know what's
there's
funny,
nothing
Tom?
less fulfilling. There's nothing less fulfilling than 1, failing at your job, or 2, not even know how you're doing in the job because nobody's ever told you what success looks like or how to get there.
No, but here's the thing I got to say, and I'm going to say this in our industry. A lot of people are emotional. They don't want to say nothing. They don't want to make that person pissed off. I'm going to say, dude, I'm cool. Just, hey, tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it, right? I mean, this is like football, hard knocks. Because if not, you're just going to get fired within a year. The company's going to sink. I mean, you're totally right, Tom.
Well, we think people are going to respond negatively to accountability when the reality of it is the vast majority of people welcome it. They may not even know that they're going to welcome it, but when they start to see it, and then they start to go, oh, okay, this is what success looks like. Well, now all of a sudden I have goals. I have this sense of fulfillment. I can leave at the end of the day and go, that was a good day because I can quantify it. So there's all sorts of benefits, and very, very few employees actually don't like accountability. And the ones that are, you can figure out, why. It's because they don't want to be held accountable. But that's a really small percentage. But people think that it's like 75% or something. It's like 10% when you start to really implement accountability. If it's done the right way, if it's not just done, pushing your thumb down on people.
One thing is that you got to know how to communicate with them too. You got to lead by example too. Just saying, well, hey, you got to go do this. Dude, they're just going to fold. I mean, you got to show them the ropes. And something we talked about on this show yesterday on a tailgate, Tom, that you probably want to elaborate about is like, I think leaders need to get in the trenches, learn the ATS system, learn Avionte big time. Do you agree? I mean, just not say, well, go do it. Most of them don't even know how to operate it, to be honest with you.
Now more than ever with we're just going through this transformational period very, very quickly with AI, automation, heading towards mobile. There's so much changing so quickly that leadership needs to be, they don't need to be able to get in there and, create an order and place somebody on a job, but they do need to get into it much deeper than a lot of them do. And I'm always encouraging my clients to go to it, especially this year. This year to me is probably the most pivotal year to go to your user conference and see what your ATS like Avionte is doing, because this is when AI is really, really taking off. I think this year more than ever, more than last year, probably more than next year. This is the year.
Well, you know what's real quick? I'm going to tell you both of you that Connect. They're going to have that user's experience. You know that, Tom, where they have hands-on. Yeah. So instead of you getting a ticket, customer service, you're going to be there in person talking to the experts at Avionte. Because we talked about this yesterday. How many recruiters actually use the ATS or Avionte to the max? They don't. What's the stats? Maybe 10, 15%? There's so much stuff they don't even know.
Yeah. Most don't use Avionte or whatever ATS to the extent. I mean, 10, 15, 20% may be good. The ones who are really using it may use 40 or 50% of it. But I get it all the time where people say to me, well, I don't like this ATS because it doesn't do this. And I go, yeah, actually, I'm familiar with that ATS and it does do that. So it's the core system. It's your heart. It's the heart of the staffing business, right?
It's your core, man.
You got to pay attention to your heart, and so it's absolutely critical. And the Avionte users, or the ones that are thinking about using Avionte that are coming to this conference, are going to have a real competitive advantage over the ones who don't. So.
Oh yeah, and there's not too many. I'm going to tell you, like ATS, we don't even call it ATS anymore. We talked about that yesterday. I mean, it's so more robust than just that, a tracking system. It's like you said, it's the core of your recruiting.
Yeah, it's the engine, right?
Absolutely. I love the way how you just compared it to the heart. You've got to pay attention to the heart. So no.
And G, I got to tell you, Tom does keep me accountable. So, you know, when we go out for the after hours, he holds me very much accountable, because if I wasn't strong, I'd be crying every day. Right, Tom?
That's true. Yes. Somebody's got to hold you accountable.
I feel like he's very hard to like wrangle in. I'm just putting that out there.
I assume you're pointing to Shark and not me.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I'm pointing to the Shark.
I plead the fifth on that. Okay. So, Tom, tell me a couple things about Connect here before we wrap things up here. You know, everybody, I mean, we're excited about this. It's less than 2 weeks away. What is some of your key takeaways that you should tell people if they're on the fence, they don't know if they should come or not? Give it to us, man.
Do you want to be behind, or do you want to be ahead? Do you want to use, if you're an Avionte user or you're somebody considering Avionte, do you want to use the tool as a resource and as something that can scale your team and scale your business? Or do you want to just continue to do things manually, or continue to use 10 or 15% of it? Because especially with some of the AI tools, Pixel and some of the other things that are going to be, and I don't even know what all they're going to be rolling out here. I'm excited to see what the next 3, 6, 12-month roadmap is. We need to know this stuff, and we need to be implementing it, because your competition's going to be there, and your competition's going to get ahead of you, way ahead of you. And it's extremely important to go there. And if anybody's on the fence, do it. I think you're going to get more out of this conference as a user than you are of going to just about any other conference this year.
There it is. G Money. If Tom Erb says it, you do it.
I'm listening. But the fact is, like, people and business owners and anyone who's thinking or on the fence, do you want to be behind or do you want to be ahead? Okay. And like, I mean, the staffing industry, it's been down for what, 33, 34 months consecutively. Come on. I think we all know what the proper answer is. Just do it.
Yes, I agree.
Just do it. And be on offense, not defense. You come to the event, you're on offense the whole way. You're like Tom Brady throwing touchdowns, boom, Super Bowls. It's all.
Yep. Be on offense. That's right.
We love some Tom.
That's it. So, Tom, I got to ask you on a side note, man. You know what this week is, don't you? Are you watching a little bit of it?
What this week is?
Shark Week, man. Yeah, look at this, man. Are you watching Shark Week?
Every week in my life is Shark Week, because I know you. So.
Oh, see that? Every week there's a text with emoji, right? Oh boy, that's crazy. Right. When do you get in, Tom? What day are you getting in, buddy?
I get in Monday.
Are you doing the golf outing?
No, I get in a little bit later than that. So no golf this year.
I'll be there at high noon. So when I catch up with you, man, we'll have a good time there. Anybody out there, seriously, you got to listen to Tom Erb, man. His speeches, I joke with him all the time. They're very informational. I'll be honest with you. I never fell asleep on one. I mean, I stayed awake the whole time, Tom, right? I think I walked out of one because I had to go to the bathroom. But no, seriously, Tom Erb brings a lot of energy, and he does. And, and everything he talks about is facts. It's real stuff.
You would be a great testimonial for me. Yeah, I've never fell asleep in your sessions, and I've only walked out on one of them. That's a great testimonial from the start.
You know what?
With emojis, with shark emojis.
Let's get this in writing.
Exactly. He paid me $5 for that, by the way.
Just put it. Oh my gosh.
No, but I'm excited for you to be there.
That would be the second worst intro I've ever had. So
only the second worst.
Hey, time out, G Money. I did intro Tom a couple times. Remember that? I did somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, only the second worst. Okay, all right. Yeah. There's got to be another.
He doesn't know the first one. No,
I don't remember the first one. But I got to tell you one thing: when he intros me, look out! I don't even know what goes on. It's kind of funny because here's what happens when we usually speak together. He's always first, and I'm always second. Or no, I'm always first. I'm before you because you're always the keynote, of course.
Yeah. That'll change.
I'm just playing with you, buddy. Well, hey, anything else you want to tell anybody else out there before we wrap it up, Tommy?
I know. I just encourage you to come to the event. It's definitely worth your time and money and effort. So get here. It's a really well spent investment of your time and money. So
we're going to have a blast in Minnesota. Get there, register online there, connect to one of us there. We'll get you connected with whoever, but plenty of room still. And it's growing because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be sold out before you know it. I mean, if we're up to 600 before you know it, Tom, it's going to be like no more rooms.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we figure out if I'm going or not today.
That's right. So don't miss out. Tom will be there. He'll probably sign an autograph for you and everything else. So get ready for Avionte Connect. All right, brother Tom, we're out of here, man.
Thanks for having me. See you in a couple weeks.
Anytime, man. Anytime to the tailgate.